Hi, I am Madhu Vasudevan from the AWS By Doing team. Welcome to this educational video series AWS By Doing, wherein you can learn AWS cloud computing by following along with an AWS certified solutions architect. We acknowledge and thank the official AWS documentation material which we have used to produce this educational video. Although we will try to keep all resources consumed eligible for the free tier, ensuring that you are not charged or minimizing your charges is your responsibility. To minimize charges, remember to delete all created chargeable resources after each session. This time, we will walk you through a hands-on lab on download the AWS CloudFormation template for the Dev EC2 instance, create a key pair to SSH into the instance, create an AWS Service Catalog portfolio, create an AWS Service Catalog product, add a template constraint to limit instance size, add a launch constraint to assign an IAM role, grant permissions to AWS Service Catalog end users, grant end users access to the portfolio, test the end user experience, and finally, delete all created resources. The estimated cost for doing this hands-on is no charge, as creating a T2.micro EC2 instance is free tier eligible. The prerequisite AWS skill level required is that of a beginner with general understanding of AWS Service Catalog concepts, and to set up a free tier eligible AWS account and a user with sufficient permissions, check out our video on Create Admin User. To begin, fire up a browser, preferably Google Chrome, and head to aws.amazon.com. Sign in to the AWS Management Console as a user with administrator credentials. This tutorial introduces you to the key tasks that you do as a catalog administrator. You create a product that is based on an AWS CloudFormation template, which defines the AWS resources used by the product. The product, Linux Desktop, is a cloud development environment that runs on Amazon Linux. You add the product to a portfolio and distribute it to the end user. Finally, you log in as the end user and test the product. The sample template provided for this tutorial, Development Environment Template, is available at this URL. Do download it and just review it. Importantly, note the regions supported by the template. Under Mappings, first of all, before choosing anything else, choose a region supported by the template like the North Virginia region. Let's create a key pair. To create a key pair, open the Amazon EC2 console. In the navigation pane, under Network and Security, choose Key Pairs. And create key pair. For key pair name, type a name that is easy for you to remember, like the North Virginia key pair, since key pairs are region sensitive. Choose the PEM file format. Add a new tag if you feel like. And create new pair, new key pair. There you go. NV key pair has been created. This is the only chance for you to save the private key file. Let's create a portfolio. To create a portfolio, open the AWS Service Catalog console. On the navigation pane, click on Portfolios and create portfolio. Type a portfolio name like Engineering Tools maybe. Add a description. And an owner. And choose Create. You have created the portfolio called Engineering Tools. To create a product, on the AWS Service Catalog navigation pane, click on Products and upload New Product. On the Enter Product Details page, key in the requisite input. For version details, specify an Amazon S3 template URL. This is the URL link that you need to specify. For version, let's just go with v1.0. Guidance and description are optional. Let's just say base version. Support details are optional. And click on Review. On this review page, click on Create Product, and you have successfully created your product. Refresh the browser and you can see your product. Add this product to the Engineering Tools portfolio. Click on Add Product to Portfolio and select the portfolio and click on Add Product to Portfolio. You have successfully added your product to the Engineering Tools portfolio. To add a template constraint to the Linux desktop product, on the Portfolio Details page, click on your Engineering Tools portfolio, click on the Constraints tab, and click on Create Constraint. For product, choose the Linux desktop. For constraint type, choose template. For template constraint, choose the text editor. Paste the code you see onto the text editor. Just type out this code, paste it on the text editor. On the description, you can specify that this is for small instance sizes. That's what the constraint does. Ensures small instance sizes. Click on Create. And you have successfully created your constraint. You also need to create a launch constraint. To add a launch constraint, first create a policy and a role. So open a browser window for the IAM console. In the navigation pane, choose Policies. Choose Create Policy. On the Create Policy page, choose the JSON tab. This is the policy code that you need to key in. Having keyed in this policy, click on Review Policy. For policy name, type Linux Desktop Policy. And choose Create Policy. Next, we need to create a role. In the navigation pane of IAM, choose Roles. Choose Create Role. For select type of trusted entity, select AWS Services and then choose Service Catalog. Select the Service Catalog use case and then choose Next Permissions. Search for the Linux Desktop Policy. And select it, click Next Tags, Next Review. For role name, type Linux Desktop Launch Role. Linux Desktop Launch Role. And choose Create Role. The role is created. To add this role as a launch constraint, open the AWS Service Catalog console, choose the All Engineering Tools portfolio. On the Constraints tab, choose Create Constraint. For product, choose Linux Desktop. For constraint type, choose Launch Constraint. For Launch Constraint, choose Select IAM Role and select the Linux Desktop launch role that you created. Click on Create. And you have successfully created your second launch constraint. Now you need to grant permission to an end user in an end user group. For that, open the IAM console . In the Navigations pane, choose Groups, choose Create New Group. For group name, key in End Users, and next step. In the search field, type AWS Service Catalog. Select the checkbox for the AWS Service Catalog End User Full Access. You also have the option to choose AWS Service Catalog End User Read-Only Access instead. Choose Next Step and Create Group. And your End Users group is created. In the Navigation pane, choose Users, choose Add User. For username, type a name for the user. Select AWS Management Console Access. Go for a custom password. For purposes of this demo, we will not require a password reset. Click Next Permissions. Choose Add User to Group. Select the checkbox for the End Users group and choose Next Tags. Tags are optional. Click Next Review and Create User. You have created your end user and added him to the end users group. You can download the credentials file if you want. And click on Close. To provide access to the portfolio, on the Portfolio Details page in the Service Catalog console, select your Engineering Tools portfolio. Select the tab Group Roles and Users. Add Group Roles Users. On the Groups tab, select the checkbox for the IAM group for the end users and choose Add Access. you have added access for your group end users. To verify that the end user you created can access the end user console and the portfolio and the product, sign out and sign in as your end user. Open the Service Catalog console. In the menu bar, notice the username. Choose the right region. It was North Virginia in our case. Choose the Linux desktop product. Click Launch Product. On the product version page, for name type Linux Desktop. In the version table, choose the version v1 and click Next. On the parameters page, for server size, check that you only have small and micro available. Select T2 micro free tier eligible. For key pair, select the key pair that you created earlier, the North Virginia key pair. For CIDR range, type a valid CIDR range for the IP address from which you will connect to the instance. This can be the default value to allow access from any IP region, or you can have your IP address followed by /32 to restrict access to your IP address only. Click on Next. Tags are optional. Click on Next. You could enable provisioned product event notifications to be sent to an Amazon SNS topic, a new topic, or create one from your account, if you have any, or from another account. In this case, we will not notify anybody. Click on Next. On the review page, review the information that you typed and choose Launch. The console displays the stack details page for the Linux desktop stack. The initial status for the product is launching. It takes several minutes for AWS Service Catalog to launch the product. To see the current status, refresh your browser. After the product is launched, the status is available. And our user has launched his product. So we are good. The service catalog for the end user works. To delete a provisioned product, navigate to the dashboard page or the provisioned product list page and click on Terminate. Confirm the Terminate. And you see that the Terminate action has been started. Sign out as the end user and sign back in as administrator. Open the Service Catalog console. On the navigation pane, select Portfolios. Select Engineering Tools, your portfolio. Select Linux Desktop. Click on Remove. Confirm the removal, and you have disassociated your product from your portfolio. Go into Constraints tab. Select a constraint and delete the constraint. Confirm the delete. Same way for the other constraint. Select the constraint and delete the constraint. Confirm the delete. Go into Group, Roles, Users. Select the end users group and remove the group. Confirm the removal. Refresh your browser. And you don't have any products or constraints or group roles in your portfolio. Now from the Actions tab, you can delete your portfolio. And you have successfully deleted your portfolio. Now go into Products on the navigation pane and your Linux desktop product. Select it, and from Actions drop down, delete the product. Confirm the deletion, and you have wiped the slate clean. Thanks for watching. Please give a thumbs up to this video to encourage us. Share this video with your friends and colleagues. Also, subscribe to this channel AWS By Doing, and we will update you regularly with our latest and greatest offerings. Write in a comment of what you liked and how we can improve. Happy cloud computing. And we will see you again in the next episode from the AWS By Doing team.